Last year, the Bulls just missed the playoffs, and this year they're in danger of not making it again. Sometimes the Bulls are among the best, and other times they are, well, not among the best. Today we're going to take a look back at the team and see the results of each season. This is The Bulls finished their first season in 1967, but these years didn't make an impact and never resulted in any finals appearances or anything else I'm interested in looking at today, so I started with the season ending 1985. This is a list of the Bulls' playoff runs and how far they made it each year. Victories are in green and losses in red. The first 3 rounds have official names like conference finals and conference semifinals and all that, but I just labeled them this way to simplify it. In 1985, the Bulls made the finals even though their season record was less than 50%, but they lost to the Bucks in the first round. The next 2 years they faced Larry Bird and the Celtics in the first round. It was a nearly unbeatable team, so they didn't beat them. The Celtics went on to win the finals in 1986. The next 3 years were ended by Isaiah Thomas and the Pistons, the team that stopped the Bulls from having any real success in the 1980s. The Pistons won the championship in 89 and 90. In 1991, the Bulls finally passed the Pistons in the third round and went on to beat the Lakers in the finals. The Bulls won the finals the next 2 years as well, earning them a three-peat. For some reason, not exactly sure why, the Bulls took a break from the championships in the next 2 years, only making it to the second round in both years. Eliminated one year by Patrick Ewing and the Knicks, and the other by Shaq and the Magic, neither of which won the championship. In 1996, the Bulls got a lot better for some reason. The Knicks and Magic were both beaten, and the Bulls earned their revenge on both of them. They also beat the Supersonics in the finals to win their 4th championship. The next 2 years, the Bulls beat the Jazz in the finals to win their second three-peat of the decade. 1998 ends the Bulls' championship era. In 1999, the Bulls fell off a cliff. It was unexplainable, but for the first time in 14 years, the Bulls did not qualify for the playoffs. And they wouldn't qualify for the next 4 years. Make that 6 years. In 2005, they finally made the playoffs again, but were eliminated instantly by the Wizards. The next year, they were eliminated by Shaq again, this time teamed up with Dwayne Wade and the Heat, who went on to win the finals. The Bulls went on to play the Heat again the following year, and won this time, but were stopped in the next round by the Pistons. The 2008 postseason didn't exist for the Bulls. In 2009, they lost to a strong Celtics team in the first round. It was an entertaining series. In 2010, the Bulls lost to LeBron James in the playoffs for the first time. 2011 marked the Bulls' first third-round appearance in 13 years, where they lost to LeBron James for the second time, which brings us to the most recent 5 years. 2012 was promising for the Bulls, but they lost to the 76ers in the first round in an upset. This series is significant because Derrick Rose sustained an injury that basically ended his career. In 2013, the Bulls made it back to the second round where they lost to LeBron James for the third time. The next year ended with a series loss to the Wizards. In 2015, LeBron eliminated the Bulls for the 4th time in 6 years, and as I already stated, the Bulls didn't make the playoffs in 2016. They made some changes for the 2017 season, but they seemed to produce similar results. 2017 is unknown, but if the Bulls do make it to the playoffs, there's a decent chance they will be facing LeBron James again, and I don't predict good things for the Bulls if that's the case. So a wide variety of playoff results. Here's a graph of the results of the regular season from the same years. The things that stand out here are the general increasing trend from 86 to 93, followed by a general decrease in 93 to 95. From here it had a sharp increase to the Bulls' highest win percentage at 88% and remained high until 98. Looking at 99 is where we see the visual of the cliff. Things didn't recover until 2005, where they finally won more than they lost. Not too much changed until 2011, where the record was really good for 2 years, only to be followed by another 5 years of average performance. As would be expected, these season records are a good indicator of the playoff performances. There's a definite difference for the Bulls when comparing the years before 1998 and the years after. In the earlier years, they always made it to the first round, and even made it to the finals 43% of the time. In the later years, they only made it to the first round about half the time. The third round was only achieved 6% of the time, which is actually just one time out of the 18-year period. And for the finals, they never saw them. Let's take a closer look at some of their opponents. Overall, the Bulls have played 14 different teams in the playoffs. They have a winning record against 11 of them, and a losing record only against the Celtics, Pistons, and Wizards. The Wizards was just a first-round loss, but the Celtics and Pistons are significant. The Bulls have the most victories over the Knicks and the Cavaliers. In fact, before LeBron was on the Cavaliers, the Bulls were actually 5-0 against them. This graph shows the same information in a different format, making it clear that the Bulls have never lost against the Bullets, Hawks, Hornets, Magic, Nets, and Pacers in the playoffs. But on the other side, they have only lost to the Celtics and Wizards. The Bulls have certainly had their ups and downs. Right now they seem to be sort of in the middle. I can't predict how the season will end, or any future seasons, but from looking at the results of the past 18 years, I will say that they are overdue for some success. This has been a Chicago Bulls Results by the Season. Thank you for watching. If you like this video and want to see more in a similar style, be sure to subscribe by clicking the logo so you know when I upload a new one.